greatly in growing this genre of music on the continent. Those who will be in attendance on Sunday, some of them, the 4th of September, can expect to be amazed by performances from Siya Makhuzeni, Wanda Baloyi, and so many more. To tell us about the headliners and what we can expect is Tanya Ntuli, and the spokesperson for Jazz in the Cradle. If I can get our auto cue to go up, Odysseus Sirinza. Guys, thank you much for joining me.
Thank you, Sam. Good to be here.
Odysseus, let's start with you. I mean, look, this is a calendar event. Everybody looks forward to it. It's grown in leaps and bounds year on year. And it's become, we talked a little bit about it, it's probably the chill event of the year.
It is the ultimate highlight of, the jazz calendar in South Africa. In its 6th year now running, and it's grown from strength to strength, from when it started. And we're very excited, because we've got such a nice lineup celebrating women and their contribution in jazz and German and gender, and with artists like Tanya Ntuli. So it's going to be quite a thrill to be there.
Tati, we're still in Women's Month, and I should be saying Happy Women's Month to you.
Thank
you. This is a beautiful month, and I often feel that it's also a horrible month because it's the only real time in the year that we seem to be honing in and focusing on women's issues, and then after August we're kind of tired of it, and it falls off. But just quickly talk to me about this event for you. I know that you're in that space now, but you can choose the events. Why this event?
This event, for me, I think as artists, it's always great to perform for an audience that has a very certain energy. And I think it's a very listening crowd that comes to the Jazz at Nirox. I've performed there before, and I've always enjoyed how close you are to the audience, and just the entire vibe of this festival is quite, I feel like I'm excited to be attending it as well as performing there, so it's really a chilled out thing. It's great for the family as well, and it's in a beautiful setting, very inspiring kind of setup with sculptures everywhere. It's really beautiful. So I'm excited, and I'm also excited to be on this bill with some amazing women. I've looked up to Siya Makhuzeni for years, and I'm actually also performing with her. It's really exciting to just be on the bill with someone who I respect so much. Yeah.
Let's also talk about maybe the kind of artists. They're young, and they're using the kind of instruments that are, I think many people may debate about just how popular they are these days, and that they've created an energy around it now.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time to be a young jazz musician, because I think we're somehow gaining a bit of attention. There was a point when jazz
of attention?
Well, I don't want to be too excited about the attention we're getting, but I think we're getting a bit of attention, and there is a lot happening amongst young jazz musicians in the country, and it's really bringing attention to the fact that there are other genres, not necessarily mainstream music, and young people doing it as well. So it's a good time.
Does it change the way you set up an event when the focus is predominantly on maybe female artists, or is it just it's artists and they're performing at an event that has gained prestige?
From our side as Jazz in the Cradle, it doesn't really matter. Artists are artists regardless of gender. It's just that this year, it was very important for us to highlight, the contribution that women have made in jazz, and hence we're calling it German and gender and jazz. But it doesn't change how the event is set up.
Who else is on the lineup? We know the wonderful Tanya Ntuli is on there. Who else?
Siya Makhuzeni that Tanya has mentioned, and we have Rebirth of Cool, and then Visions of Jazz, and Wanda Baloyi.
Okay, so it really is going to be a fantastic event. And you know what? I've said this. We do this interview every year, but I've never gone, and I don't have a good enough reason not to go. But if you have never gone and you want to go, what is that vibe like, that experience like?
Well, you can expect a nice chill Sunday afternoon. The gates will be open from 10 a.m. till 5 o'clock in the evening. So you can get there early, find a nice spot to sit. We'll have a food emporium, the Epicurean Emporium, where we'll be serving a lot of different kinds of food, and a fully stocked bar, so you can enjoy a drink.
So this
you can bring
basically-
children, and you can have fun under the sun and listen to some great jazz at the Sculpture Park.
I'm seeing Danny going, the food is very good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, artist Danny Ntuli and spokesperson of Jazz in the Cradle at this year's SABC, talking to us about the 6th volume of the Jazz at the Cradle that is set to take place at the Nirox Sculpture Park next week, Sunday. You can stay tuned for more from Thandi and the band a little bit later on in the program, but come on, go get those tickets. Let's book out this event. You know what I like to say. Take your family, take your friends, take the enemies. It's going to bring you back together. We take an ad break. Don't get anywhere.